really cool new glute machine. What's up, beautiful people? I'm going to show you an initial reaction, first impression of the King Fitness low back / glute machine. So first reaction, King Fitness super back extension. So I actually was planning on buying this machine for a while, just going to get it brand new at some point, but found this used. This is a first generation model. Found it a little bit cheaper used on the used market. Hadn't seen, this doesn't come up on the used market hardly ever. I don't know if I've ever seen it. But anyways, I've always been curious about this machine and wanted this machine. So the benefit of this machine, those you guys who've used it know, is this pad behind your knee. Instead of a typical hyperextension machine where the pad is at your ankles, it comes up higher, so it neutralizes the knee and really neutralizes the triceps surae, so it focuses on strict hip extension. So pretty cool that way. It's actually much more comfortable. What I noticed on traditional hyperextension machines where the pad is at your ankle is a heavier weight. It actually can cause some knee pain. It causes some undue shearing at the knee. So the objective of this machine is to kind of neutralize that. So this is the first gen model. I'm kind of just playing around with it. Love this low angle. Kind of mimics almost a GHD, GHR. It's almost perpendicular, but not quite perpendicular. So it's the hardest setting on here. So I'm just playing around with some weight, doing it kind of as a warm-up. But it already feels super comfortable. The pad around my knee, if it was 2 inches wider diameter, it would be perfect. I can already tell exactly how to make this machine. First time using it, how to make it absolutely dynamite, unbelievable. Best hyperextension on the market. As is, it's super comfortable. And again, the beauty of it is the technology of putting the pad behind your knee to neutralize any knee shearing and isolate only hip extension, which is different, obviously, than a traditional GHD or GHR, where you do get some assist from the calf. So that being said, you theoretically shouldn't be able to do as much weight as you do on a GHD or GHR, though this actually seemed a little easier to me. So you're not really getting much hamstring. It's almost all adductor and glute. But I found it playing around with it at this lowest setting. I need an extra pillow behind the knee. The pad needs to be about 2 inches bigger diameter in both places. But the technology is actually pretty cool of just trying to take the knee and the triceps surae, everything below the knee out of the equation, and focus on strict hyperextension at the hips. So then you can see this is one setting up. I'm kind of just playing around with some cable resistance, trying to figure out how it feels. So you can see when the cable's in front of me, I actually get quite a bit of lower back stimulation. The erector spinae really works, but you can also get some hip extension as well. Just really good squeeze on the glute. What I actually find is more comfortable, as you can see here, where my knee is slightly flexed. There's a slight flexion at the knee and a rounding over the pad. But very, very comfortable, honestly. If your toes are pointed in plantar flexion, the stimulation is even greater. This is the in-between setting. You can see it's about 32 degrees-ish. Again, the higher you come, you're going to get a little more strict glute and less adductor. But obviously with this pad, it's taking out anything that crosses the knee. So any of those hamstring musculature groups that cross the knee, we're kind of neutralizing, which they obviously assist in a GHR or, obviously the prime movers in a Nordic curl. But just a really cool stimulation. If I can get more resistance, I was just playing around and trying to get more resistance with it. It would be even better. But it's honestly, it takes any knee pain out of it. As you can see, I'm just playing around with trying to add resistance in any just playing around for the first time, adding resistance in any way I can. But I had the Atlantis adjustable hyperextension, the new one, the Atlantis Hyperextension Pro. Cool machine, but honestly, it did start to hurt my knees at higher weight. I still think there's a place for hyperextensions, but placing the pad behind your knee, it's just honestly night and day difference as far as comfort. Anybody that has pre-existing knee issues can have issues with just traditional hyperextension machines with a pad at the ankles. But you can actually get pure hip extension. And if the pad's bigger, it will force you into extension. Where are you feeling that? Feel it more in the glutes? Yeah, it's just like a glute. It's a glute isolate. Doesn't that feel good? This takes the tension off your knees. So you're kind of neutralizing the effect of the hamstrings. Yeah, it's almost all glute, a little bit of adductor. Still a little bit of adductor because you're going hip extension. You just kind of keep your torso upright. Couple changes, this thing could be awesome. You feel it? Doesn't that feel cool though? No, it does feel good. How does it feel?
Feels great. I like how it's pretty much all glute dominant instead of
seriously,
hand.
totally.
Feels a lot better.
So I give it a solid 7.5 out of 10. Tons of potential with it. Unique piece. 3 or 4 or 5 changes. This piece will be absolutely freaking epic. Let me know what you guys think. Like, comment, subscribe below. Have an amazing day.